Tripping off the beat kinda, dripping off the meat grinder. Heat niner, pimpin', stripping, soft, sweet minor. China was a neat sign of trouble with the script digits. Double dip, bubble lip, subtlest midget. Borderline schizo, sorta fine tits though. Porter wine, order grind, 8:45, let's go. Ever since 10-11, glad she made a brethren. Then his last down.
Hey you guys, so if you're watching this, oh my god, this audio is gonna be so scuffed. What am I doing? I'm not okay. So, this is episode 5 of the No Bull podcast. I forgot to. No, I didn't forget. I was recording the episode 5, which you'll see, and my mic had accidentally unplugged, and it had cut everything from that point on. So there's a whole big chunk in the beginning that's missing. So I'm gonna try to do some summarizing here of what I said in this little time. In that little time, it wasn't too big. Also, I changed the setup, as you'll see. So the camera's right by my AC unit, so it's way too loud to understand what I'm saying. So rather than blowing your ears by turning it up too much, I'm just going to do this. I understand now. I understand even now you can hear my AC unit, which I apologize for, but hopefully I'm speaking loud enough to where it won't matter. Anyways, I just realized I haven't watched the whole section that's clipped. So I have to go back and watch it so I can summarize it. So give me 1 second. So I'm back. So things that I talked about in the beginning section. I said, welcome, this is episode 5, as I think I said in the opening, which I hope I did, maybe I didn't. Even this lighting is scuffed. Maybe if I turn it. Shoot it like this. Wow, that actually doesn't look bad. So yeah, I said this is episode 5, whatever. And then I also said that yesterday, because this is being shot on Sunday, the 11th. And I really wanted to be posted tonight, but knowing, especially with these fucking complications that I've made, and I'm sorry this audio scuffed, but I'm not uploading it to Reaper. I also made the point that I started using a new DAW because I stopped using Audacity, so now I'm using Reaper, and I also implored people to use Reaper, and I made this joke that if you don't want to buy Reaper because Reaper costs money, that you could step on the thing that break your mom's back to get it, yeah, it was bad. It was a bad joke. But anyways, what else? So yesterday I went to my grandma's birthday on my mom's side in Miami, and I talked about how what had happened. So that'll come up. I brought Leah, and my brother came with us and brought May, which is his girlfriend. So we brought our girlfriends respectively. Obviously, I didn't bring May, believe it or not, and he didn't bring Leah, believe it or not. But anyways, that's pretty much it. It's 13 minutes, and it's way longer than it needs to be. But yeah, that's pretty much it. I talk about how I upload, what goes through the editing, and how I upload and process the podcast. And then I realized I do that later at the end of the podcast anyways. So that's awesome that I clipped that 5-minute rant. But anyways, that's it. And then I heard a weird buzzing because my mic wasn't plugged in. So yeah, or unplugged. Yeah, because it was. Anyways, that's it. And here you guys go. This is episode 5. Sorry about the hiccup. Sorry I have to do this. I'm still figuring things out. This is a minor mistake. Yeah, let's say minor for now. But yeah, hope you guys like it, and see ya. Okay, we're good. Is it recording? Yeah, we're good. I have to sing again. 1, 2, 3. Oh wait, hold on. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. So when I sync, I try to leave a brief pause so I know where I'm syncing. Oh, I should have left the brief pause after. But anyways, what was I saying? So yeah, I had a really good time at the party and hanging out and everything. That was really cool. It was really cool for them to all meet Leah and stuff. That was sick. But yeah, it was a really good time, which is interesting because most times I feel I kind of don't look forward to going to Miami, but maybe next time I will. Also, we didn't spend that much time with them. I mean, we left, we got there like 6, so at most it was like 7 hours, maybe, I guess, 6 hours. But it was overall a good time. I would say it was overall a positive experience. Um, I didn't recognize like anyone. It was weird. I didn't recognize anyone, and I have this problem where if I don't know who you are, I'm not gonna say hi. I'm sorry. Like I might wave, but like I'm not. If someone introduces me to you, I'll say hi, even if I've met you before and I don't recognize you, or maybe I might know you. If I don't know your name, I'm not saying hi. I'm sorry. We'll come back to that because I have something else I want to say about that. But what was I saying? Oh, so like I saw people that I knew, but I had no idea who they were or what their names were. So I was just like, I'm not saying anything, cause what am I gonna say? You know, I don't know your name. I'm not him, I guess. But anyways, these two, there's this older woman and her husband, who, you know, he's had a walker or whatever. That's not really the point of the story. But at one point, I'll peek my mic again. At one point, they were pointing at me, and I was like, I act like I didn't notice, but I definitely noticed. I definitely picked up on what was being thrown down, and I was like, okay. It's like, okay. Being pointed at by these two old people right now. What's going on, really? But that was interesting. I really didn't know how to react. Yeah. It was like, and not like, I don't know. And then I looked like at them as if they wanted to say something or wanted to ask me something, and she just looked at me, and I like, gave her a smile, and she looked away, and I was like, okay, that's kind of weird. But this is like maybe not family, but very close to my grandma in some way, shape, or form. So that was super odd to me. I was like, what the fuck is going on? I'm being shaded on right now, you know? I'm being attacked. But that was cool. What else? There was this waitress who had the biggest badonkadonk. Biggest badonkadonk I've seen in a minute. She had a crazy BBL. And I had looked respectfully. I had glanced respectfully. And then Leah goes, there's this waitress who has the most insane BBL I've ever seen. And I was like, yeah, I noticed. And then she was like, you noticed? And I was like, yeah. So what? And then I catch her like staring, and she's like this. And I'm like, what are you staring at? She's like, how can I not? And I'm like, so I'm in trouble if I even notice, but you can oogle. You can ooh and ah. You know? I just think it's funny. God. I'm not going to make the same exact joke that I made, because I told my brother that story in the car with May there, and I was like, this is the America that men live in. This is the reality that men live in America. Oh my God. But I said I wasn't going to tell the joke, and I told the joke. Me recanting the joke, whatever. Anyways, that was cool, I guess. Some entertainment. What else is going on? I guess this is far enough in. How far are we? 14 minutes? Okay. So, Jordan talked to me. And it was really weird. Well, first he texted me, right? And it was really weird because he acted like nothing happened. Like, he texted me like, oh, what's up? Like, you know, what are you doing? What's up? You know, this is the day before. No, this was, I don't know when this was. I'm not going to check. My phone is recording, so. But this was not long ago, right? Then I was like, oh, whatever, chilling, whatever. Never brings up the podcast, ever, by the way. And then notably, this is just texting. This is just back and forth like text. And then eventually, he comes into work and I see him. And now it's really weird. Now I'm like super standoffish. I'm like not saying anything because like, I don't know. Like he talked to me. We had conversations. I responded. But I still feel, you know, and I felt super weird that he just wanted to like act like everything was normal. Like that was super odd to me. And what I thought was interesting, peeking my mic, I'm sorry. What I thought was interesting was that he texted me right after, maybe not right after, but definitely the same day, definitely after I'd posted the clip that's like, oh, if anyone wants to be on the show, you're more than welcome, please reach out to me, whatever. He had texted me like very recently after that, and I maybe he was waiting for me to bring it up, but I wasn't bringing that shit up. Like I said in that podcast, which I guess he didn't watch, but I was like, I'm not gonna ask him, I'm not gonna beg him to come on the show or make him come on the show. So that was really weird to me. That rubbed me the wrong way, I'll say. So that he just wanted to act like, either he wanted to act like nothing happened, or he wanted me to bring it up, which neither was gonna fly with me. So yeah, that was interesting. And he might watch this one, and maybe I'm just shitting on him for no reason. So if you are, I apologize, but just know that that's still how I feel, regardless. Maybe I'm being too short with your character or quick with your character, but I'm still very what I said still rings true to me. So what else? World Cup's going on. Pretty good, pretty interesting. I was so happy to see Brazil lose. See, this is cool because I can talk to you guys about things that happened very recently, because normally you guys are like a week, almost like 2 weeks behind, almost. Not really though, because like if I want to talk to, when I talk about something, it's a week before, because I'm wrapping up like that week for me, and then you guys are seeing it the week after, if that makes sense. I don't know why I'm like mansplaining this. I don't know why I'm explaining like this. So basically, like, let's say I recorded this a week ago on the 4th. So I would be explaining you what happened on that week of the 4th. Like, I'd be talking about my week of the 4th. But then you guys wouldn't see it until today, the 11th. So it's like you guys are... everything I talk about happened, 2 weeks ago. But now, since this is on Sunday, it's like stuff that happened today. I think I was holding my mic too far away. That's fine. I can edit and post. But yeah. What was I saying? Oh, the World Cup. So I had said this. I had recorded a this podcast. It was gonna be episode 4.5, and it was me playing The Binding of Isaac, like doing a whole playthrough, and like talking over it like it was a podcast. But I was like, I hate this. But it was just because my room is like really messy, and I wanted to get a new setup. I think this setup works better for like guests. Yeah, this new angle. I just realized I don't even think I mentioned the new angle. I mentioned the lighting, but I like pretty much like went like a 90-degree turn. So normally you're looking at me from this way, and then the table's turned, and then yeah, this is like my wall and stuff. Now you guys are like just turned this way. Yeah, so because this side of the room is longer, so I figured I could back you guys up a little, but maybe it's in my head because it feels the same in terms of the way it looks, but maybe not. Let me know what you guys think about how this looks, and we'll change accordingly. But what was I saying? So the World Cup. So the audio's working. I don't have to keep these on. So I had watched the in that podcast, the 4.5, when I was recording for this Sunday, I had talked about how I was watching the World Cup. And I had mentioned like, oh, like I was super annoyed and like kind of disappointed in Brazil when they versed South Korea. So if you don't know, I'm a huge South Korean soccer fan. Not really huge, but my favorite player in the world is on the South Korean team. He's Korean. So they're the team that I was rooting for. Because there's no Nicaraguan team, and like Spain or Portugal was second because I like Ronaldo, but like I have no nationality, no patriotism that I can insert into that. So I had just gone for Korea because my favorite team's Korean, whatever. Or my favorite player's Korean, whatever. So they're now granted, maybe this is me just being like this liberal snowflake loser that is salty that they lost, but the Brazil so Brazil rolled South Korea, beat them 4-1. Yeah, so like they beat them pretty bad, and I want to say the first 3 goals, they were like, I didn't see the 4th goal. I only saw the first 3, they were like dancing after every goal, and not like, oh, like little celebration, yeah, whatever. No, like what would happen was like the person would score in the first goal, at least this happened, and I think the second was a penalty. So the first goal, like I think it was Richarlison who scored, I think. But anyways, whoever it was scored, and then they dance, right, and then the team comes, and then they all do a team dance, and then it was like, okay. And it was either that one or the second one. The second was a penalty, which was like a super cringe penalty to give. Not to give, but to exploit. So like basically someone was trying to clear the ball to get it out of like a dangerous position, and he clipped a Brazilian player, got clipped when he had no chance of getting the ball. He literally only did it because he wanted to draw the penalty. So it was, I mean, that was really cringe, but I mean, that's part of soccer, so it's fine. Like, it was just super weird to me. They were playing that game like it was like the semifinal or something. It was super odd to me. I felt like they were trying really hard and celebrating really hard. So yeah, and then I think, so Neymar takes a penalty. You know, they get it in the net, whatever. And then they celebrate after that. It's either the first or the second goal, I'm pretty sure. They go to their manager, the Brazil manager, and they start dancing with the Brazil manager. And it's like, and the Brazil manager's dancing. And it's like, bro, really? Like, and granted, I'll say, oh, well, we can say that at the end. And then the third goal, same thing. Paqueta, I think that's his name, scored like all the goals were really nice looking goals except for the penalty. Penalty was whatever, and I didn't see the fourth goal because I stopped watching after the third one. But all the goals were really nice goals. The first goal was really nice moves by Richarlison, and then second one was just a good penalty, whatever, you know. And then the third one was really good movement. Like they picked their passes right, just really good. Oh no, the first goal was Vinicius, I want to say. Almost certain it was Vinicius. But regardless, basically, like, they celebrated after every goal, super over the top, I felt like. Especially when, I mean, and I know it's like part of the culture, and like, yeah, dancing is like part of what Brazil does, but I don't know. I feel like if I was, well, I don't know, I wouldn't support a team that's rolling like the underdog of a tournament and like dancing on them, but I don't know, it was super weird. I feel like, I don't know, super weird to me. I'll say that there are a lot of people, if you watch like the highlights and stuff, there are a lot of really respectful, genuine South Korean supporters that are like, respect to this Brazilian team, they look like they have a lot of fun playing, they have great unity. They are way bigger people than me, because I must just be the biggest hater in the world. Fuck Brazil, bro. That shit was cringe. I was so happy when they lost, bro. Oh my god. And then I wasn't even like mad about it. I was more just like disappointed and like cringed off. But yeah, I mean, yeah, maybe I was a little mad. I was more like salty. I would say salty's a better descriptor, because I wasn't angry. I'm not on Twitter, oh, fucking Brazil shouldn't be, you know. But I did say, like, holy shit, I was like, OMG, Brazil lost, Pog. That's what I tweeted when Brazil lost to Croatia. So, I mean, I don't know. It was just really weird to me. Because, like, Brazil's okay, so the FIFA seedings, Brazil's number one FIFA seeded, right? In terms of, like, their rating or, like, what they expected. They're basically the favorite, right? And South Korea's 26th. You know, out of 32 teams, I think, at that point. Or 16. Was it 16? Yeah, 16 teams at that point, because it's the... Was it the quarterfinals? I think it was the quarterfinals. It was either 16 or 32 teams. So basically, the number one team against the worst... I think the worst team in the tournament at that time. And they're like just super celebratory and like just really weird. And then they verse Croatia, and Neymar scores a really important goal against Croatia. Are they dancing? Nope. They do a normal celebration like any other soccer players would. And granted, it was like exciting and it was a great celebration, but they're not dancing on their opponents. Maybe they have more respect for Croatia. I really don't know, but that really rubbed me the wrong way. It really made no sense to me. Now, if like, let's say Brazil scored on Croatia, and then, because granted they scored on Croatia first. It's not like they were coming back and they scored on Croatia. I think that'd be different. Obviously, you're not going to dance if you still need another goal to win. But they tied, or they scored on Croatia first. I'm pretty sure. Maybe I'm misremembering, but I'm pretty sure they scored on Croatia first, and it was like a normal celebration, you know? It was like Neymar ran behind the goal. He was like screaming to his fans, like screaming to the supporters. Like, that was awesome. I loved that celebration because like the energy was there, whatever. But they didn't dance on Croatia after that, you know? So it was just super odd to me. It just made no sense to me at all. But yeah, I was really disappointed that they were doing that, but they did lose to a really good Croatian team. So happy for Croatia. More happy that Brazil's out of the tournament because I didn't want them to win after that. And I don't know. I would love to hear some arguments against that. I don't really know. Granted, I haven't done like deep thinking about it, but I don't really know a valid criticism against that because it'd be like I said, it'd be different if Brazil was dancing and, you know, celebrating the same way after every goal against every team. But I only watched 3 games, including the Croatia and the South Korean team. I've only watched 3 Brazil games. I didn't see them doing that, you know? So maybe I'm just like, maybe it's just a confirmation bias. Maybe it was really rare that they didn't celebrate with dancing against Croatia, you know, I don't know. But I would love to hear an argument against that. I feel like it was just an asshole thing to do and like just showed how little respect they had for the South Korean team, which is fucked, but whatever. I'm glad they lost, basically. But yeah, that Croatia-Brazil game was really good. That Netherlands-Argentina game was fucking amazing. Yeah, so good. That was like one of the best soccer games that I've seen in a long time. Just because they were so close and you could tell. But yeah. What else? Basically, my favorite to win the tournament now is, or who I'd want to win the tournament is either Morocco or Argentina. Anyone but France now. Now, it used to be anyone but Brazil. Now it's anyone but France. And I don't have a problem with France. I think they're good players. They're amazing players, a lot of them. Mbappe is really good. I wanted England to win before France knocked them out, but it was either England or Argentina. But now it's Morocco. Well, before that, it was England or Portugal. But obviously, also amazing work by Morocco to beat Portugal. Fucking Pog. That game was good too. I mean, the manager's going to get a lot of shit for not playing Ronaldo, but I don't know. He is dipping in form, and yeah, he seems to be a little out of it, but he has a lot of shit going on, like the stuff with Manchester United and like them fucking him over, so I don't really blame him. I don't really blame anyone, basically, because, you know, they won the game, so the issue is they won the game very convincingly against Switzerland without Ronaldo. So then if you play Ronaldo in that game, in the Morocco game, and he doesn't do well, everyone says, why would you play Ronaldo if it worked so well not playing him in Switzerland? And then if he didn't play him, he didn't play him, and now I'm sure there are a lot of people who are like, oh, if he would have started Ronaldo, it would have been completely different. So, I mean, it's like a catch-22, you know, damned if you do, damned if you don't kind of thing. But, yeah, I don't think anyone's to blame for that loss. It was just a really good game, and they won. There's a lot of really good, like, sleeper players on Morocco that I really like. I don't like Achraf Hakimi. Is it Achraf? No, Achraf Hakimi I love. I don't like Ziyech. Hakim Ziyech I don't like. I think he plays a little dirty. I think he's a one-footed player. He's only good on the left. Granted, he can do some really insane things on his left, but I'm not a huge Hakim Ziyech fan. But Achraf Hakimi I fucking love. He's I think he's the right back, but he might play right middle. I didn't watch that game, so I don't know much about the Morocco. I haven't watched a single Morocco game. I have no idea how they play, but I watched the highlights and the highlights were entertaining. But yeah, that Netherlands-Argentina game was good. There's a lot of vitriol. It's a very like aggressive aura around it. Messi is like screaming and like messing with like it's so funny seeing Messi, who's like 5'7", like talking to like these huge like 6'3" Dutch Dutch players, and they're like looking down on him, and he has like so much confidence. I fucking love that shit. Is so funny to me. But there are a whole bunch of clips of him like speaking, and he speaks Spanish, but Argentinians, they speak like a weird dialect, not weird dialect, but just different. I have no clue. Like, I can't understand anything he's saying. Even when Spaniards talk, I can, get a word or two, maybe get the message. Messi speaks, it's like, I'm completely lost. Like, you might as well be speaking Portuguese or something. But yeah, I think that's really interesting. But yeah, World Cup's interesting. It'll be fun to see what happens in terms of like the end goal and what goes on. But yeah. Something that's been bothering me, bro. Every day I feel like someone says something about my weight, and I know I'm gaining weight. I know I am, but it just feels horrible. It just feels horrible. I don't know, cause like I'm trying. Like people at work keep saying stuff like how about I keep getting bigger, while like I'm making an active attempt to try to like watch what I'm doing, and I guess it's not enough, but it just feels horrible for them to be like, oh, like you keep getting bigger and bigger, and like I know like weeks ago they were like, oh, like you've gained weight, but like you look good, like you need to like where you're at is good right now, like where your weight at is good right now, and now they've made comments that I've gained weight, so now it's like I know that they don't think that I look as good as I used to, which I don't care because they're like older women, but it's just like I don't know, it's just weird, it's just very weird for me. But yeah. Someone said something to me. So we have baked chicken tenders at our deli, which are they're just the fried chicken tenders they're just baked. They're not breaded and then they're baked. So I got those in a wrap, and my coworker Michelle, not my coworker, she works in a different department, but whatever. Michelle goes, oh, like, she goes, what are you eating? And I was like, oh, it's like baked chicken tenders. And then she was like, oh, you didn't get the fried ones? And I was like, no, I didn't get the fried ones. I was like, and then she was like, you she was like, you've been putting on some weight, she's Jamaican, but I'm not going to do her accent, but so you've been putting on some weight, so it's good that you're not eating the fried ones. And I was like, okay. That like really fucked with me at the time. She told me that like on lunch, like that made, I don't know. It felt horrible to hear that. I felt like such shit. I still do now, I would say. It's so weird to be like over an insecurity that comes back from other people again, when like in the first place that's where like I don't know. It's just odd to me. It's just really odd to me. I feel like so much shit, I don't know. I feel like when I don't think about things, like so much shit has happened to me that I feel like horrible about. But ultimately, like I'm very happy with what I'm doing. Like, I'm very happy with my actions as a person. Like I would say I do a lot, but I feel like I still don't feel like I do enough, which is a great feeling. Like I love feeling like I could do more, but it's also like a bad feeling in a way. So, but yeah, hearing that was really shitty. I don't really know. I don't really know like what to do about something like that. Yeah. I remember. I don't know. It feels really weird. Really, really weird. But yeah. Surprisingly, and maybe they would have if we hung out more or whatever, but no one in Miami said anything about my weight, which is interesting. I'm sure my mom would have. I think my mom already said something when I saw her on Thanksgiving, but that's besides the point, I guess. But yeah, things are tough. Like, I don't know. It's tough. Definitely in terms of like who you are as a person. I don't know. For the longest time, I felt like I had overcome my insecurities, but I guess like trauma is trauma kind of thing. But I don't know. I wouldn't say I'm insecure myself. It's just like, I don't know. I felt like for so long, so many things were like I had gotten over or like quote unquote fixed some things, and like when they come back, it feels like that much more horrible. I don't want to use like this podcast as like a therapy session. But I know that's probably what it sounds like, and I'll say this to add to it, just in terms of like, so you guys know where I'm at, I guess. So you guys will be my therapist for a second. Not even my therapist, just like an open ear to listen to. Speaking of which, there's this There's something. Oh, there's this Les Mis song where he talks about like screaming into the void. Um, where he's lost in the void. I don't know. It feels like it's pertained, but I don't remember what it says, what he says exactly. So I'm not going to try to quote it. But so for a long time, it was like a big insecurity of mine. For a long time, was like dry skin. I have really bad like I have self-diagnosed like scalp psoriasis, and I get really bad like dry skin on my face all the time. And then like just my body and my person in general. I remember feeling like not comfortable with my skin and like not being able to be who I was like around people. And as much as I like have progress on that, like it feels like it's coming back to like where it was before, which is a horrible feeling. But I don't really know like what to do about it. Especially like I don't know, like the skin stuff is really tough. Like when I cut my hair, I even grew a whole beard, like a whole little beard, and like the whole time my skin was like fine, like it wasn't flaking or like this might be gross to talk about, but it wasn't flaking or like itching or anything. Now like I get dry skin like on my upper lip, like on my mustache area, like I'll get like these flakes in it because it like that's how bad it is. Around my nose I get like dry skin that peels, and then like even on my eyebrows it's like dandruff. Like I have dandruff like all over my face basically, and on my scalp like it was good for so long. Like it felt like I had solved an issue and it just comes back. And I think like that on top of like now this issue of like being insecure again about my weight is like it's just so like I don't know. It just feels like waves of like just back to back to back, along with like me losing someone who I thought was like a great friend, and like now the returning fear of like not knowing where I stand in any of my relationships or where I belong in anywhere. I just don't feel like I belong anywhere. Not being able to like talk to people or be friends with people, or just like not feeling secure with like anything in terms of like what I look like or who I am, or how I interact with people, so how I socialize with people. So it's really cringe. Yeah, it's hard to say all that and feel all that way, and then at the end of the day be like I'm very happy with what I'm doing and how much I do. It's very weird to say that, It's very weird to convince myself that that's true, even though I think it is and I feel it is. But yeah. Things are hard, basically. Life is hard, basically, is what I'm saying. But yeah, it's like you fight for so long, and you like you convince yourself it's true until it's not, kind of thing. Like you fake it till you make it, and then you make it, and then what do you do when you miss it? Like you're not there anymore. You just do it again, or like what happens? But yeah, I don't know. It's tough. Oh man, it's 5:28. It's been 38 minutes. We could end this episode short. I don't know how to proceed, is the thing. I don't want to yeah, I don't want to discount those feelings. I don't want to just like pass them by. They are definitely not like a knee-jerk sort of interpretation. Granted, I didn't know that's what I was going to say. I had no clue that I was going to talk about any of this. I had no clue that like those are even things I had thought about. I feel like a part of me is like so busy that I hate saying that I'm busy, because everyone's fucking busy. Everyone has their own shit. But I feel like I just forget to like stop and consider where I'm at. So it's tough. It's very tough. I talked to when we went to Miami. I talked to my grandpa, and my uncle about how like about cars and stuff, and like my grandpa was like, oh, so you're into cars now, cringe. Anyways, they kept talking about like they talk about cars like their price tags, and that's really weird to me. I feel like because Maybe it's just because I drive shit boxes. Maybe I sound like one of those guys that's like, I would honestly have a Honda over a Ferrari like any day because like a Ferrari is not even like realistic to own, and it's like it's like too expensive to maintain. Like that might be what I sound like, but I just love. I don't know. There's something really charming and character building about like just driving a car that you like that's not like the most expensive thing in the world, you know, that you think is cool because you think it's cool, not because the guy who's selling it to you says it's cool, you know what I mean? Or I don't know how to explain it, but basically like there's more to cars than the money is like a huge thing, I guess. But people know that, I'm sure. It's just really weird to me. But yeah. It's funny, like the older, more traditional generation, in terms of like, of course, my grandpa and my uncle, they're older, obviously, and it's funny that they brag about like, oh, like this generation is so materialistic, you know, but like status symbols in terms of materialistic things are such a huge like piece, you know. Like I feel like emotional maturity or like intellectual maturity is like not not an important like status symbol, you know. But like if you have a really nice expensive car, you're pog as shit, bro. Like that is so sick. So it's a really interesting, I don't know, but like basically, yeah, I don't know. Basically traditional people are hypocrites, imagine. So yeah, I don't know what else to say about it, but yeah, I don't think I have much else to say. I'm trying to think. Oh, I have no idea what this intro is going to be. Like, literally none. And I have to make it quick. Well, I can make it while... No, I don't have to make it quick. I can make it while I'm importing the video from... Yeah, from the... Yeah, because it takes a while. Because I have to import it from my phone, and it's like... I don't know what Apple is doing. I don't know what iPhones are doing. But, like, when I import from I think it's like a it's like a M something V. I don't know. Basically the video file from iPhones, they're like, the compression is so dog shit, bro. It's so bad. I don't know what it is. So basically the way I do it is I upload it to my computer from the phone, and then it's like, it's huge. This video will be like 8 gigs. Like this like, well, maybe not 8 gigs. This one will be like 6, I guess, because it's 40 minutes. And I'm recording HD 30 frames, by the way. I'm not recording HD 60 frames. I'm not recording 4K 30 frames. And I'm recording 4K 60 frames. Like, it should not be this big. And I know that because the way I do it is, so I upload the video from my phone to my computer with like a cable. And then I handbrake I convert the iPhone file to a MP4. But what I try to do, and then I just put it in the Sony Vegas edit or whatever. But what I try to do before that was I edit things on my laptop just because it's a little easier, and I can also kind of multitask that way. But the way I found that out was when because I edit on my laptop, I import them on my computer because I don't have Handbrake on my laptop. But I was gonna get it on my laptop, and I tried to put them on OneDrive. Granted, I have a OneDrive subscription to transfer things in between my computers, and they said it was too big. Granted, I said granted like 4 times now, but like I have 10 gigs of space on OneDrive, and they were like, yeah, this file is like too big, and I was like, what the fuck? So I have to convert it with Handbrake to MP4, and then it goes to like 2 gigs, maybe like at most 2 gigs, and then I can put on OneDrive. It's just so crazy. Like, Apple is like the biggest company in the world, and they know that is a huge, pictures and storage are huge factors in terms of like what people look for in their phones. And rather than like compressing video files or compressing image files, which they might do, granted, stop saying that, please. And then and doing that with their new phones, they're just like, let's just hike up the storage, and then let's just push them a little iCloud subscription, you know. So I think that's really interesting. But I mean, it makes sense, you know. It makes sense. Yeah. Yeah, that's my little 5-minute rant about how iPhone video compression is dog shit. Like, literally dog shit. But that's all I have to say, I think. I have some new Hot Wheels. I got this RX-7. Bro, this thing is so clean. Yeah. Maybe I'll show you guys. I want an RX-7 FB. I'm going to put this out in the world right now. I want an RX-7 FB one day in my life. Those cars are the nicest cars I've ever seen in my life. I don't care. In terms of like that styling, or an FC, I would not be mad about at all. I just love but I think FCs are pretty common. A lot of people, the FC is a sought out car. The FB people forget about, and it is such a cool, nice car. Maybe I'll throw a picture up of like an FB I like. Hopefully, if I remember, Blaze, please remember, put like a picture like right here, maybe by my head. Or like you can put it just on top of my face too. Anyways, FBs are so cool. They're like, a lot of people might not like how they look. They're a little goofy looking, a little funky looking, but I love how those cars look. I want to say it's an FB. Yeah, this is an FB. They're really cool cars. I'm too lazy because there's so much editing to do. Yeah, it's so much editing to do. I'm not gonna show you this FB. Maybe I'll throw up a picture of the Hot Wheels FB and then I'll compare it to the real FB. So I'll put like a Hot Wheels FB over here and then like a picture of an FB I like over here. Okay, that'll be like, hopefully, if I'm not in a rush to edit this so I can post it tonight, because it's better be posted tonight or else I'll be a little sad. Also, that's a good disclaimer. Not disclaimer. That's a good signal. Good symbol, good message. What's the word? Good, what's like the word? Like when it was an omen, it was a sign. That's a good sign that we should stop recording, because the shorter this is, the faster it'll upload, the faster it'll render. So that'll be it for this episode. Thank you for watching. Sorry if I got a little too serious about my interpersonal relationship with myself, but I appreciate you for listening. Appreciate any opinions you have on it or any input, or if not, I mean, it is pretty personal, so I wouldn't blame you if not. But anyways, thank you guys for watching. As always, next week we should have a guest. Hopefully, please. The only thing about next week is that video. Oh shit, wait, I'm 2 weeks behind now, so I have to record another episode today? No way. There's no way. Okay, this is what's gonna happen. I'm gonna record. We're gonna record the next. We're gonna skip a week. Episode 6 isn't gonna come next Sunday. What's gonna happen is I'm gonna record, or maybe it will. This is what's gonna happen. I'm gonna record episode 6 with the guest, right? And I'm gonna try to edit it and put it out on Sunday. And then we're gonna skip Christmas, and we're gonna skip on Sunday the 18th. And then we're going to skip the episode for Christmas, skip the episode for New Year's, because I might have some shit going on. Maybe if I'm bored, I'll record an episode and not put it out. Maybe I'll record it and put it out. But as of right now, let's just put it in our heads that we're not going to record. We're not going to have an episode for Christmas or New Year's. So we'll be back. I'll record an episode on New Year's to be put out on the 8th, hopefully. Please. And then, after the 8th, that's the 16th, that weekend, we'll have a surprise. But it won't come out the 16th. That's when I'll record it. And then it'll come out the 20th. So basically, this is how you guys will know. This is like my inner. I need a planner. I need to put this shit down on my calendar. Especially if we're going to have guests. I didn't say this on. Okay, so I had mentioned this on the podcast where it was me playing the game that I had referenced before a long time ago. My mind is everywhere, but fuck. A lot of people were like, "Hey, like I'd like to be on the show. Like I'm interested in being on the show." Thank you so much. That means so much to me. I appreciate it millionfold. I want everyone who wants to be on the show to be on the podcast to be on the podcast. But I am shit at scheduling, and if you cancel once, that's fine. Twice, I don't expect a third, you know. Just so you know. But thank you for everyone who said that they'd like to be on the show. If you're watching this, if I haven't told you this, what's the word? If I haven't, if this hasn't been received to you, if I haven't told you this, we probably, if you're gonna be on the podcast, it will be after New Year's. It will be next year. I'll definitely, I want to get everyone in before February, hopefully. Yeah, at least get them all recorded, and they can come out whenever. But I'm super excited. What was that noise? I'm super excited for you guys to be on the show, on the podcast. Super excited to meet. Granted, these people, a lot of the people who said stuff, I really, like, I know them, but I'm not like, we're not close, basically. Or we're not anymore, or I barely know them. So that's really sick. I really love that. I'm really grateful, really sick, really happy, really looking forward to it. And yeah, I'll see you guys next week, hopefully. If not next week, so I didn't even explain this. So I have a guest coming on Saturday where we record on Saturday. I will try my very hardest to make sure it comes out on Sunday. If not, I'll edit it and render it as fast as I can. Definitely come out on Monday, the latest. Definitely. I should. Hopefully. No, yeah, it should come out on Monday, the latest. But if not, I'll just try to render it and have it all put out before Christmas, just so that you guys can watch it before Christmas, because I don't really expect anyone to watch this show during like Christmas time. I don't really want you guys to watch the show during Christmas time. You know, that's family time and stuff. But anyways, that's all I have to say. Now we're dragging this on. It's 51 minutes. It was supposed to stop at 40 minutes. So thank you guys again for watching for the second time in this episode, because I know in other episodes I've probably sent it 3, 4, 5 times. But thank you guys for watching. Appreciate your time. Appreciate all the love and support. And have a great week. Thanks. See ya. Right, that was a good episode. I like that. Oh, let me show you guys my watch. Yeah, I can show you guys the car too. Even though you probably will already see the car, just a picture of it in PNG form. Hopefully in a PNG. If I can't find a PNG, this is an FC. It's a Mazda FC. I didn't even say it was a Mazda. I didn't even say it was an RX-7. I just said, oh, this is an FB, not an FC. This is not an FC. I didn't even say it was a Mazda. I didn't say it was an RX-7. All I said was that's FB, and that's what I want. So this is what they look like. These are cool because I like the color. I like this one's color. And then I love, oh my god, I love like the curve, because FCs are straight. That's how you know it, like an FC from FB. It has like a wide body kit on it. And then it has like this goofy, really goofy ducktail. Yeah, really cool. And then look, so, is this cringe? Guys, tell me if this is cringe. I really can't decide. So the watch is broken. Tell me if this is cringe. It's upside down, but you guys get it. Where you guys at? Tell me if this is cringe. Is it cool or cringe? Let me know. Cool or cringe? That'll be a new segment. Did you guys even see the car? Like now you can see the car. There you go. Look how sick. Okay. Bye guys. See ya. Peace.